Ladies and gentlemen, how the devil are we all doing? It's a noxious ghoul, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Camps. Now then, for this episode, we're doing things a little bit different. Not only do we have the legend himself, Stole Your Sweet Roll judging this week, he's also going to be taking the video from here. So without further ado, the microphone is yours, brother. Take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is your guest judge, Stole Your Sweet Roll, coming to you from across the pond. I want to take a second to thank TNG for bestowing upon me the honor of judging y'all's simply lovely camp builds today. This was a hard week for me to judge, as there were so many great submissions, but we've only got 5 spots and so many wonderful camps, so if you didn't make it, don't feel bad. You were all spectacular in my book, but anyways, let's jump into that top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Thanatos Wolf with the Rooftop. This camp really is something else. It's hard to tell where the in-game assets stop and the camp decorations begin. There are so many little merges hidden in plain sight, while you take for granted that this was just something Bethesda had perhaps pre-built in the game. But in this case, it was all Thanatos and a myriad of build tricks that brought this build together. Great job. So how about you, TNG? What do you think?
Well, you know me, buddy. I absolutely love my scrappy builds, and like you say, Thanatos, he's absolutely nailed this one, hasn't he? It genuinely looks like something you would find in a wasteland. You know, scrappy little settlement that's used existing buildings as its basis. And I must say, this location, guys, is easily one of the best in the game. There's so much you can do with it. Anyhow, I'll pass you back to Stole Your Sweet Roll.
Up next, at number 4, is Lady H with her glitch-free Beckley settlement. After becoming no stranger to exploits and glitches to get my camps built for so long, it was refreshing to see someone build as the good Lord Todd Howard intended. By the book. These aren't bugs, they're features. And features, my dear, is what you brought to this camp. Never have I seen snapping points and no collision issues look so good. Good job, Lady H. So, what's your take on this one, TNG?
You know what, mate? I'm actually really surprised about this one. There's not many camps you see these days that are built without using glitches. It's kind of become part of the game, if we're being honest. So like you say, mate, when you see a camp that's been built using no glitches whatsoever, it is bloody refreshing. It's nice to see. Kind of reminds me of the early days of 76 when the building tricks weren't quite as well known. Lady H, you've absolutely smashed this one. It looks absolutely incredible, and the fact you've used no glitches just makes it that little bit more special. Congratulations.
At number 3, we've got Moonlight Cowboy with his Office of the Governor. Now, besides the fact that I have no idea how you got up there, I've got 2 things to say. Floating camps are hard, but floating camps around pre-existing structures are even harder. The way you blended this build around the top of the Capitol building is clean. Looking at the inside, I can't even begin to understand how you brought all of this together. Absolutely stellar work. You're a real sadist subjecting yourself to this punishment, and I applaud you for it. Great work. What stands out to you, TNG?
Quite simply, Sweet Roll, the sheer amount of masochism this must have taken to build. It looks like multiple penis cakes rolled into one. Now, I have seen Moonlight build in Charleston before, on top of rooftops as well, but not on this particular building. And let me tell you, that build was very bloody impressive. But as you say, mate, this is just so bloody clean. Very nice work indeed. Hats off to your meat.
Moving on to number 2, I chose Goldfinger 76 and his Addams Family Mansion. Though this build was decorated in Custom World, the structure was built exclusively in Adventure. And what a structure it is. You absolutely nailed the look of the Addams Family home, and I'm sure this is the build everyone had in mind when that build set dropped, and you pulled it off immaculately. Sometimes we have to put the vision ahead of the budget restrictions, and I'm glad you decided to furnish in custom instead of compromising your design to make it all fit in Adventure. Great job. What do you think of this one, TNG?
Well, first up, on this week's episode of films that TNG has never seen, The Addams Family, yeah, that's on there as well. So I can't say how it compares to the movie or TV series building, but what I can say is if you ask me to describe a typical haunted house, then yeah, this is pretty much what I go for. Top work as ever, Goldfinger. Nice one.
So, before we get on to number 1, I gotta make you wait, per the rules, because it's time for that little thing we call Honorable Mentions.
You nailed it, buddy. You nailed it.
And this week's mention goes to 2 builders. First, Nener Alabaster with your lovely tribute to the Vanta Black counters. I love a good joke poked in Bethesda's direction when they manage to mess something up in camps. And your Glitch Odyssey build really tickled my funny bone. I really appreciated that one. Second, there's Only Sai with his Apartment 11A build. The way you took this ruined building and you remodeled this pre-existing structure into this really, really clean build was absolutely amazing. Even with the relaxed restrictions in custom worlds, I know this couldn't have been easy, so great job. So, on to number 1. Who is it? Well, it's Nux Black Thumb with the Raider's Cave. The mood, the lighting, the location, the merging, the structure, the theme, and cinematography. Need I say more? This camp has everything going for it, and it is just stellar all around. I love the pet Deathclaw out front, by the way, and the throne. Really well done. If I could speculate, I'd say this took a good amount of time to bring together, especially in the location you chose to build in. I've never personally had much luck building up against rocks, caves, and cliff faces, yet you've managed to pull off an immaculate Raider-inspired camp here. Hats off to you, and a well-deserved number 1 from me. And with that, I just want to say thank you again and pass it back to TNG. Great job, everyone.
Yes, indeed. Great job to everybody. Thank you all so much for submitting your camps this week, and congratulations to the top 5. And of course, a massive thank you to Stole Your Sweet Roll. I mean, come on, we've never had that high quality of, presentation on this channel before, have we? Definitely not. It's usually just a giant clusterfuck of aneurysms, but anyhow, if you haven't already, if you could all head over to Stole Your Sweet Roll's channel and give him some love. The guy is literally one of the best builders in the community, and probably the only guy who got a copyright claim for singing Country Roads live on a stream. That was bloody amusing. As ever, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. The extra support is much appreciated. If that's something you guys are interested in, the link's down in the description, as well as all my other socials and my Discord where you can submit your own camps for the top 5. Anyhow, I'll love you and leave you, and I'll catch you at next one. Have fun.